Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Liquid Cash.
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash. The man, the myth, money making Mitch. Hide up. 5'10", born to win, chinky eyes, devilish grin. It's another episode. It's gonna be another great classic, show. And it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be lovely. Come here, Prince. Come here. Come on. They wanna see you, man. Come here for a second. Yeah, come here for a second, man. We gonna see you real quick, man. Come here, man. They want to see you real quick, man. You dig? Like, come on, man. Let's get this right, all right? Come on, man. You gotta say what up to the people. You dig? Say what up to the people, man. You good? You straight? We chilling. We had a little technical difficulties on the live, but it's all good. We was trying to get the Zoom together. We got it together. We cooling right now, all right? We're going to have a wonderful live. You're going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm mad I ain't got you no treat, but it's all good. You still going to eat. You see what Prince got on? He got on that motherfucking Montclair. Yeah, hold up. Let me take off your jacket. Everybody that's in the Zoom, mute your mics. Mute your mics. If you're in the Zoom, please mute your mics, all right? What up, TikTok? We live over here, man. Come over here and join us on Create a Steady Hustle, YouTube. You heard? Platform. Y'all know how we do it. It's a wonderful episode. It's going to be a wonderful day. Oh, man. Y'all know I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. I'm smelling good. And ladies, I'm tasting good too. Yeah, you are now tuned into the smoothest nigga on the motherfucking planet. And he's going to give you some jewels you can use. He's going to motivate you. He's going to inspire you. He's going to make you feel good. He's going to give you that game you could definitely use in your daily life. And that could change your life if you apply it. So we're going to have a wonderful time, man. I went shopping today. How y'all like my nice black silk shirt? You dig? I didn't know what to wear, so I said, you know what, man? We're going to do black on black on black. You dig? I'm feeling like black pride. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like black pride. So I say, man, we're going to do black on black on black, man. It's going to be like that, you heard? That's how I'm feeling, man. Y'all pardon me for a little second. Let me turn down my mic, my volume on my, my joint real quick. Okay. We got to get everything in order, man. Is everything good? Everything good? Like I said, TikTok, we over here. We live on YouTube. And I think y'all should come over here and vibe with us. It's the Mindset Mogul Book Club edition. So we will be reading from this particular book right here. Yes, I can read. Yes, I can read. I don't know how, but I definitely could. You know what I mean? I learned a few things while I was in school. Didn't really pay too much of attention to the teachers, but I learned a little something while I was there. You feel me? School is just there to teach you the basics. How to read and write and count from 1 to 10. Everything else, man, you can learn on your own, you dig? Yeah, man, I'm very self-taught. Why you all the way up there, man? Why you all the way up there? You gone already? We doing a show, man. You gonna leave me already? You know we doing a show, man. I need you here, man. I need you for my motivation, man. Come on, man. Don't just leave a nigga like that, man. Come on, we in this together, man. It's a partnership. You dig? It's a partnership, man. You gotta relax. I know I was supposed to get your treat, but don't trip. I'm gonna have a short intermission, and after that intermission, I'm gonna get your treat. Everybody that's in the room right now, let me get some likes, all right? Show me some love. We got to start off showing love. You dig? That's the first thing. We got to start off showing love. So if you just enter the room, I need you to definitely give your boy some likes real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Show your boy some love real quick, man. It is what it is, man. Show me some love. I need some love, man. What's up, Prince? You want to? Yeah, I know. You want to get on my silk shirt. I know what you're trying to do. You trying to get on my silk shirt, but you got to relax. Okay, you're not gonna mess up my silk shirt, man. Come on, let me do my thing, man. Like I said again, we're reading from Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. If you don't got this book yet in your life, you are bugging. You tripping. You're doing yourself a disservice. If you haven't purchased this book yet, if you haven't purchased any one of my books, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you look on the coffee table right there below, you'll notice I got tips on relationships. I also got the power of thought. You could think your way to a rich and prosperous life. It's your thoughts and your feelings that create abundance for you. Change your mind and you can change your life. It's that simple. And I also got lessons and legacies. You dig? How to avoid the pitfalls of success. Listen, man, I got some, you know what I mean? And if you really play close attention, I also got my hair oil, you know what I mean, on that table as well. You feel me? If you want to refrain from going bald, get you that natural liquid gold hair oil. If you want better edge control, get you that natural liquid gold hair oil. Listen, man, I'm giving y'all all my secrets. I'm giving y'all all my tips. I'm letting y'all know how I get jiggy, how I get down, man. You dig? If you want to know how I get my waves looking this way, man, am I here looking healthy and strong? Hey, man, I'm giving y'all the tips, man. I don't put none of that bullshit in my hair. I only use natural products. That's how I move, you dig? I try to put, things that are closer to nature as possible in anything that I do. You know what I mean? So anyway, y'all know what it is, man. We here with Prince. He's chilling. He decided to stay. Today we going to talk about we all cheat. Yeah, we all cheat, man. Most definitely. We all cheat some way or another. And we're going to discuss it today. I have the link for you to join the Zoom. The link is in the actual chat. And Christina, if you could post that link, I would appreciate that. I don't know if you have the link, but I think I posted the link in the chat. If you could repost that, that would be great. And also, mute your mics. You dig? I need y'all to mute y'all mics, please. Please mute your mics. If you don't mute your mics, I will definitely cut off the Zoom. You only speak when you're spoken to. Y'all know what it is, man. You dig? But we're going to get into it, man. Like I said again, man, Giuseppe's on the feet. You know what I mean? Silk shirt on the, top. Versace's. The biggies. I call these the biggies, man. They Versace's, but I call these the Biggie Smalls, man. You dig? I had to get a pair of these. So, I like the Biggie Smalls, man. These are classic, you dig? So I had to do that, man. You feel me? Of course, I got the Versace, you dig? Tea mug to match. Y'all know how I do it, man. Yeah, I got that Versace tea mug. We just vibing, man. We chilling, man. I ain't trying to hurt nobody, man. I'm just dripping sauce, man. Yeah, 5'10", born to win, cheeky eyes, devilish grin. Sometimes I take off my shades so the ladies can look at my eyes and get a real good look of how a real nigga look, man. You dig? I want y'all to see what a real nigga look like, you dig? You might never get a chance to see one again. So I want you to take a real good look. Yeah, look at my eyes. Take a real good look. You ain't never had a real nigga in your life. Now you have the opportunity to talk to one, sit down and chat, and you know what I mean, really share, intellectual properties. You get a chance, an opportunity, really to see how a motherfucker do it in the flesh. You dig? This ain't no pre-recorded. You watching me live and direct. Listen, TikTok, I already told y'all, I advise y'all to come over here, man. You know what I'm saying? I advise y'all to come over here so you can get this shit in HD, man. 4K. You got to see this shit up front, live and in person, man. All different camera angles around this motherfucker, man. At any minute, I could be right, I could be left, I could be center, I could be whatever. You dig? Yeah, man. That's how we doing it. There's real productions going on around here, man. All controlled by me, man. You dig? I do what I do when I do what I does. Y'all better believe that, man. You feel me? But anyway, we're going to get into it, man. Like I said again, everybody that entered the chat, give me a like. This is a give and take relationship. I want you to understand that. This is a give and take relationship. If I give you some jewels you can use, I want you to do something for me. What I want you to do is support the platform. If you don't support the show with a super chat, if you don't support the show by purchasing a product, I'm going to end the live and I'll catch you some other time. You dig? Because I got things to do, places to go, and babies to kiss, and game to spit, you dig? So I need you to support what I got going on. This is a give and take relationship. You're not gonna suck me dry of my intellectual property. You're not gonna suck me dry of my energy. I'm definitely want some back in return. I need you to give me the love. You gotta like, subscribe, and if you feeling the Holy Ghost, you definitely hit me off with a super chat just so we can keep this shit going, you dig? Because like I said again, time is money and we ain't got none to waste, you dig? So yeah, man, we're gonna get right into it, man. Like I said again, man, We all cheat. We're going to read from this book right here, Tips on Relationship. I ain't going to waste too much time, man. I told y'all already, but I have to tell you again, man. I'm going to cut the Zoom off. I told y'all keep y'all Zoom mics off. You dig? I ain't got time to be cutting y'all mics off by myself because I'm only one person, man. So, you dig? My producer's on work relief. You dig? Yeah, it is what it is, man. And if I say you dig 100 times, hey, man, that's what it is. You dig? I like saying you dig. And if you can count how many times I said you dig in this episode, yeah, man, hit me off with the number or the amount of times I said you dig, and I send you $100 via Cash App. All right, if you can do that, because I say it a lot. But anyway, like I said again, we all cheat, and we're gonna read from this book right here, Tips on Relationship: The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. But before we get into it, man, I gotta do a little short commercial break, man. Before we get into it, man, pardon me. Most of the time, when somebody's reading a book and they get to a word they're not familiar with, they usually skim past that word and continue reading on. I ain't even gonna front. I used to do the same thing. But see, when you end up doing that, you usually miss the essence of what the author is trying to convey. So I don't do that anymore. What I do is I Google a word, I write it down, and I memorize it, and I add it to my vocabulary. And that one simple task, separate the winners from the losers. Anytime you try to cut corners and cheat the grind, you end up cheating yourself. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. Check out my new book, Tips on Relationships: The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers. We back like cook crack. How you love that? Huh? Who got a motherfucking commercial break during the live? I do. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get into it, man. Tip number 1. Growth and understanding in relationship. Lessons on giving room to grow. Now, this is very important because, like I said again, we all cheat, and I'm going to tell you the F's on my report card. This is a story that I put inside of the book. If you have the book, page 15, and I'm going to read from this particular chapter, the first chapter. Now let's get into it. Years ago, when I was 20 years old, I dated a girl whose zodiac sign was a Leo, and the relationship left me traumatized. Yeah, Leos. I'm very suspect of Leos. I'm always cautious when I meet a girl and she tell me a Leo, but let me continue on. Now, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against Leos, but I've definitely been cautious ever since. This particular, where we at? This particular relationship taught me a lot. And one of the key lessons was about growth in relationships. At that time, I was young, broke, and figuring things out. She lived around the block from me in the projects. And I particularly lived with her and her daughter when I wasn't at home. I never thought I dated a woman with kids. But that experience taught me something important. Kids aren't as bad as I thought. Being with her helped me realize that I could connect with children, and we had more in common than I thought. This relationship gave me a new perspective on life and taught me patience and understanding. However, I made a mistake. I cheated. Yes, y'all, I definitely did. She found out, and of course, there was hell to pay. We argued, we fought, we went through the typical motions, but in the end, she forgave me. Well, at least she said she did. But every time we argue, she would bring it up. Now, I know a lot of you fellas could relate to that. A lot of you dudes could relate to that. Anytime, you tell the truth, she found out you cheated, you confess. She said she forgave you, but she never did. And of course, it was hell to pay for telling the truth. You dig? And like I said again, we all can relate to that. But the takeaway I want to get from this particular part that I read in the book, right, is I want y'all to understand this real quick, right? You have to give space for growth. If your partner has made a mistake and you have chosen to forgive them, you have to truly forgive. Allow them room to grow and evolve. Holding on to the past mistakes only hinders both of you. You dig? So listen, man. Now, like I said again, there's F's on my report card. I've done some things that I'm not proud of. And when I say we all cheat, I'm going to really break that down in the most lamest term possible. But I wanted to start off with that first chapter for you to get an understanding of who I am. And I'm talking from experience. I'm writing from experience. And that's just a piece. That ain't the whole chapter. That's just was a little, I gave you a little sprinkle of my experience with a female that was a Leo that I was definitely involved with for a long period of time. And I told y'all that story before, and I felt like it was significant enough to put in the book. And it's more to the story. It's so much more, but it's a lot that you can take away from it as well. You dig? And I want y'all to really go down the rabbit hole and understand that nobody is exempt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is exempt. Anybody is liable to get cheated on, and anybody have the power to cheat as well. And I talked about that in page 21, cheating on God. Now, this is a unique perspective. Most people don't have this perspective, and most people should have this perspective, because if you look at the world from this standpoint, then you would understand why I say everybody cheat. Right? Let's get into it. Give me a second. Cheating on God, a perspective on forgiveness and human nature. I see it like this. God gave us life and the ability to be, do, and have anything and everything we desire. We know right from wrong, yet every day we wake up and we cheat on God with the devil. We turn away from his teachings, we sin, we go against his word, and in spite of all that God does for us, we cheat on him, and he forgives us. No matter how many times we fall short, he forgives us for our infidelities and our iniquities, and yet we continue to stray. So if a man or a woman can cheat on God, the ultimate source of love, forgiveness, and grace, what makes you think that they won't cheat on you? What makes you believe that you're untouchable, above human mistakes? Some may believe this is just a pessimistic way to look at it, but I think it's a realistic approach. Now, like I said again, that's a unique perspective, but it's a perspective I have because I believe the moment that you wake up and you got breath in your lungs, God has given you an opportunity to be righteous, to live righteous, to make better choices, and to be a new person, right? You're born again the moment you wake up. But yet and still, we cheat on God every day with the devil. We sin over and over again. We ask for forgiveness. Some of us even make deals and pray, hoping that, God, do this for me and I'll do this and I'll stop doing that. Some of us go to extreme lengths, and we lie to ourselves and we lie to the Most High. But we all are guilty of cheating some way or another. In the spiritual realm, in the physical realm, and in the emotional realm. We cheat on ourselves every day. We make agreements to ourselves that we don't follow through. We say we're going to do this, but we end up doing that. So when I say we all cheat, I'm talking from a unique perspective, because we don't only cheat on our partners that we're with, we cheat on ourselves. We cheat on our religion. We cheat on our spirituality. We cheat in so many different ways. You dig? Some people cheat, with their diet, their appetite. There's so many different ways we cheat. So sometimes we have to stop for a second and stop pointing the finger and understand that there's some things that we got to work on. There's some flaws that we got. So if you're in a relationship and you cheated on your man or you cheated on your girl, or or you're going through something right now, y'all gotta be understanding with each other, understand human flaws. You gotta know the nature of the human being that you're with. That's why I preach that you have to study the person you're with, because all of us are flawed. None of us are perfect. We all have the good and the bad inside of us. We all carrying those energies, right? Negative energy, positive energy. We all carrying that spirit of lust, and I always say, if a man can't control his flesh, he'll always be a slave to his mood. That's a powerful quote I want y'all to write down and memorize, because knowing that quote, like the back of your hand, raises your vibration, keeps you in a positive perspective, and it's going to do wonders for you. So anytime I say a jewel or I drop something, I want you to pick it up, because you could definitely use it in your day-to-day life. You dig? So yeah, like I was saying again, man, we all have that power to cheat, and we all cheat in some way. Nobody is exempt. Nobody is holier than thou. You dig? We can't point the finger at somebody else and say they scandalous and they doing this and they doing that, when we all are falling victim to the the vices of the world. Now, my question to you, or maybe the question that I usually get from women when they call in or when they have a question for me, they always ask me, do all men cheat? I touched on that in this particular book. And I advise y'all, like I said again, to go get this book ASAP, so we can definitely be, following each other and reading, and y'all can keep up with what's going on. But now, let me touch on this real quick. Do all men cheat? It's a great topic right here. This is a good chapter in the book. Now, let's clear something up. Not all men cheat. Yes, 99% of them do. But that 1% should give you hope. And it's important to realize that cheating isn't inevitable. A man with a purpose is less likely to cheat, simply because his focus is elsewhere, on his goals, his career, and his passion. A man with direction is less prone to getting lost in distraction. The takeaway here is simple. Find a man who's on a mission, and you will have someone who values both his time and yours. He's not just looking for the next conquest. He's working towards something meaningful, and you can be a part of that journey if you align with his purpose. It's that simple. I'm giving you the game. Like I said again, any part of this book that you turn to, any page, you're going to get some jewels. You dig? Now, like I said, all men don't cheat. 99% of them do. And that 1% should give you hope. And I'm going to keep it 100, because I don't have a perfect report card, and I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all, man. I'm not here to lie to y'all. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not here to play no games. Man, listen, hold on, man. We're going to get into it. What's up, Prince? You good? You chilling? You straight? You need anything? Nah, you straight? All right, cool. You don't need nothing. You good. Like I said, I'm not here to play with y'all, man. I'm about to give y'all this work, you dig? But I'm going to keep it 100, man. When I say 99% of men cheat, I'm saying that because the niggas that I'm around, man, the people that I'm involved with, the people that I shake hands with, the people that I've met on my journey, the people I just met in passing, conversations that I've had on consultation calls, and just the life that I've been living. I live a colorful life. I've experienced so much. I've been so many places. I've done so many things, man. And just even in my own life, I can speak for myself, man. I ain't never met a woman in my life that made me faithful. Never met a woman in my life that made me faithful, man. Keep it all the way 100, man. I cheated on every female that I've ever been involved with. I just got to keep it real. I just got to be honest with y'all and transparent with y'all. And I ain't never met a man in my life who's never cheated on his girl. Never. Never in my life I ever met a person who was faithful to their woman. And the only people that I came across that might have been faithful to their woman was beta men who couldn't get a vast majority of women. They didn't have their pick of the litter. They didn't have varieties to choose from. When you a nigga like me, man, you got variety, man. And I'm like, Baskin and Robbins. I need 31 flavors, man. You dig? Or Ben and Jerry's. I don't know what they call it. Ben and Jerry's, Baskin and Robbins, whatever it is, man. I like 31 flavors. I've never met a woman that made me want to be faithful to her. You dig? Because 9 out of 10 times, the woman that I meet, I have to teach them how to treat me. I have to teach them how to love me. I got to teach them how to appreciate me. I've never met a woman that came in with all the qualities that I really like. The one time I did, it was a female that I met in Harlem. Her name was Chanel. She was definitely on this high level thinking years ago. I met her the first time I met her in Harlem. I went over to her crib. I stayed there for 7 days. Even though I lived 2 blocks away, I didn't go home. I stayed by her crib for 7 days, man, because she intrigued me that much. And even her, she didn't have the power to make me faithful. Even her, she didn't have the power because she was busy doing her thing, dating different celebrities and different people that, of high stature. But she was the only one that was intriguing enough to make me say, you know what, I might slow down for a second. I might not stop, but I'll take a motherfucking breather. I'll slow down for a second. You dig? Now, don't get it twisted. I might not be faithful, but I'm loyal. What I mean by that is this, because sometimes when I say that, I get a lot of women confusing. They don't know that you can be loyal but not faithful. Because basically I would cheat, but I would never leave the person that I'm involved with. No matter how fine you are, no matter how good the sex may be, no matter how wonderful you may treat me, if I'm with somebody and I'm cheating with you, I'm never going to leave the person I'm with for you. It's just not going to happen. You dig? Why? Because I'm loyal. Now, some people might say, well, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You cheating on the person you loyal to. How is that loyalty? In my eyes and the way I see it, man, it's loyal to me. Being faithful and being loyal are 2 different things. You dig? And because I'm a man with I can pick, choose, and refuse. I'm a man with options. I exercise my options. Not because I can't control myself. I can control myself. But the thing about this thing, right, called life. Women are one of the most beautiful creations God has ever made in history. And you trying to tell me I need to only be with one? Now you out of your motherfucking rabbit ass mind. I'm gonna say that again. Women are the most beautiful creation God has ever made. And you trying to tell me I only could have one? I only could be with one because I'm in love with you or I'm in a relationship with you? Are we together? I only can be with one? Nah, you tripping. You bugging. Why should I do myself a disservice because you insecure? Why should I do myself a disservice because you want to marginalize my potential? Why should I do myself a disservice because you're selfish? Nah, you got to let the motherfucking eagle spread its wing. I'm an eagle. I got to fly, baby. You got to let me fly. You can't keep me down with the motherfucking peasants. You ain't know you talking to a king, but you got to understand I'm a smart king. Now, not because I got the power and I got the option to pick, choose, and refuse. Everybody's going to get a chance to go on this ride. Nah, everybody's not going to get a chance to go on this ride. Even though I got the power to pick, choose, and refuse, I'm a disciplined king. I'm the type of king that don't abuse his power. See, I like the mental capacity of I like the thought and the idea of knowing that I could do what I want, when I want, how I want, and move in that capacity. But that doesn't mean I'm going to do it. That doesn't mean I'm going to go out here every night looking for a female to take down. Nah, I'm a king with discipline. I understand long time ago, when you spread yourself thin, all you doing is doing yourself a disservice. So I'm very strategic and wise and selective about who I cheat with. And I know that may sound foul to some of you, but I just got to keep it 100. Ain't nobody going to do it like I do it. You dig? A lot of these niggas going to front. They going to fake the funk. Yeah, they going to tell you what you want to hear. They going to whisper sweet nothings in your ear. But I'm going to keep it real with you dig? And you might not like it. It might sting in the beginning. Being truthful and being honest always stings in the beginning. But you know what? You're going to be better off fucking with a nigga like me, man. Because that lie is going to take you on a ride that you ain't going to like. And once you come down off that high, oh man, it's going to be a wrap. You might go into a Great Depression. You might have a heartbreak so motherfucking big, you might not be able to recover from that particular situation, you dig? Yeah, you might not be able to recover, you dig? So you want a man that's truthful. Now, like I said again, I've never met a woman that made me feel like I want to be faithful. And like I was saying again, I'm a king, so I move in a strategic way. I don't just lay down with anybody just because they got a fat ass and a pretty face. I like knowing I have the capability of doing it, but refraining from doing it because I have that discipline. See, I know a lot of dudes, they got the cars, the clothes, the jewelry, and they go out every night and they look for women, women they could take down every night, a woman they could sleep with every night. And that's just their life. That's just their vibe. That's just what they want to do. They in it for the thrill. That's what they like to do. But me, I can go out and not get no numbers. I can go out and not look for nobody to smash. I can go out and have a wonderful time without indulging in my fleshly desires. You dig? And that's what I believe is king-like energy. Knowing you can do something, but you still refrain from doing it because you don't want to overindulge. You don't want to abuse your power. And that's the thing about being a king, being a man who has options, being a man who can exercise those options. You don't want to abuse your power. It's like being, having the opportunity to take over a country. You can go in and slaughter everybody and take the resources and take over the country without asking questions. But when you're a king who understands diplomacy and you understand how to politic, you go in and you let the people do what they do and keep the leadership in place, and you work out a situation where the leader can still hold face, but you are in control and you're the puppet master, and you making sure that you're still able to gain off of that particular country. You could slaughter or you could take, but instead of taking it, you used diplomacy. You came in as a diplomat and you spoke, you talked, you rationalized with the person and let them know that I got the power to destroy you. But instead of destroying you, I'm gonna let you lead your country, lead your people. But I'm gonna need this, and that. And him being intelligent, hopefully, he'll see that he's outgunned, outnumbered, can't win this war, so he'll make the right decision. Kind of like what's going on in the world today. You feel me? So that's the thing about this energy. When you have a king-like energy, when you have the power to attract women from all over the world without doing anything spectacular, they just attracted to your aura. You can't sell yourself too thin or spread yourself too thin. You have to move strategic. And when you plant your seed and you decide to indulge in your fleshly desires, you make sure that she's worth it. You make sure that you're not laying down with a peasant. You make sure that you're spreading your love or your affection or your attention to somebody that's well deserving of it. So when your lady do find out that you've been with somebody, she can understand why. Because the person you slept with or the person you indulged yourself with was gorgeous. And a lot of niggas fall short of that because you know what they do? They fucking with anything. Yeah, they sleeping with anything, and that's where they fall short. They could have a bad chick on the side, but they sleeping with a ghetto bird, a chicken head, a chick that don't even worth even speaking to, talking to. But you laid up with her. You spending time with her. You spending money on her because you like all the freaky things she does. And now when your woman find out, she pissed because she like, how dare you violate me and sleep with something that look like that? She could take it a little bit better if she see that you're cheating up instead of cheating down. You dig? Yeah. My nigga Mike P, he always say, if you're going to fuck up, you fuck up, not down. You dig? I hope that don't go over your head, man. You dig? But I got to keep it real. We going, you know what I mean? This is our, create a steady hustle. We're going to let everybody else front. We're going to let everybody else fake. We're going to let everybody else, talk they bull. You know what I mean? But I'm going to keep it real over here, man. We're going to tell you what it is, man. We all cheat. Now, don't get it twisted. Women cheat too, just as much as men do. They just do it a little bit smarter. They a little bit sharper and they a little bit slicker with how they move. You dig? We all have, sin. We all have fall short of the glory of God. We all have done something outside of the relationship. I was just chilling with a female the other day and she was telling me her husband was going through something and they damn near at the brink of a divorce, and she was on Instagram scrolling and she seen a guy with his shirt off and she liked the picture. I said, who that? Why you like this picture? She said, oh, nothing. That was just my husband cousin. And I said in my mind, you just liked your husband cousin picture. You bugging, you out of pocket. Now I see why y'all getting a divorce. You out of pocket. The nigga got his shirt off and you liking his picture. Don't you think your husband gonna see that? Don't you think the world is gonna see that? Matter of fact, when a man see you liking another man's picture with his shirt off, we actually thinking, what do you like about this? You dig? And now she said to me, oh, it's nothing. I just like the picture. I said, it's nothing to you, but it's everything to him. This man got his shirt off. So if I see you like a picture with a guy in it and his shirt is off, I'm thinking you admiring his physique. I'm thinking you admiring his body. So that's why you liking the picture. That's the only reason you could be liking the picture. And for you to do that, you out of pocket because your husband is related to the person in the picture. So I told her, that's something you don't do when you're in a relationship, especially when you're married to somebody. And she unliked the picture, but it's already too late because your mind is gone. You didn't even see the error in your ways. You didn't even see the error in that. And the fact that you didn't see the mistake in that lets me know how you think and how you move throughout your day and why you and your husband are not getting along and y'all going through this particular turmoil in y'all relationship. See, women, y'all got to be a little bit more strategic about how y'all move and what y'all do. Y'all think y'all could do whatever y'all want to do once y'all get in these relationships, man. Hey, listen, man, the other day I was talking to my homeboy, man. I was saying to myself, hey, man, at some point, man, we got to give up on some of these bitches out here, man. And excuse me for using the B word, ladies, but it is what it is. I got to say it how I feel it, you dig? We got to give up on some of these bitches out here, man, because God gave up on some of them, man. Yeah. I'm gonna say that again, man. Yeah, God gave up on some of these bitches, man. That's why they life in shambles. That's why they going through divorce. That's why they can't make it out of the gutter. That's why they can't get their shit together, because God already gave up on them, man. God ain't even rocking with you. But you want me to sacrifice what I got going on to rock with you. You want me to deal with you. You want me to put up with your bullshit. God ain't even rocking with you. That's why he ain't answer a few of your prayers. That's why your prayers are still going unanswered. Because God ain't with you right now, man. You dig? That's why you going through the fire. And I was telling my homeboy, man, you got to let some of these women go through the fire. You got to let them deal with some of the things they going through. Yeah, they might be in shambles. Yeah, she trying to find some place to live. Yeah, she don't have a car. She got to catch a bus to go to work. Leave her where she at. Leave her leave her where she's at. Don't try to come in and be Mr. Fix-It. Do not try to come in and be Mr. Fix-It. You are not MacGyver. You can't fix any situation. Don't think she's not going through that shit for a reason. She's going through that for a reason. Let her go through the fire. Let her go through the trials and tribulations. Let her deal with her bullshit on her own, man. Let her deal with it on her own. Stop trying to save these women when they going through their shit, man. Try to find somebody that's on your level, on your frequency, and make them be a part of what you trying to do. Get them in your program. Get them in your situation, you dig? But stop looking for the barrel of the motherfucking dumpster, the bottom of the barrel, and trying to lift them up. Leave them where they at. God is not answering their prayers. God is not rocking with them, you dig? God is putting them through the fire because they have to go through that in order to change. We have to go through something in order to grow. You have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired in order to change. And she ain't sick and tired yet. That's why she's dealing with some of the shit that she's dealing with in her life. I meet women all the time that don't got it together, thinking they got it together. And some of them even got some money and some of them don't. And you would think they got it all. Married, kids, house, money, and they still going through the fire. They still dealing with bullshit in daily life and in their situation because of their mindset and their attitude and the way they think. Now understanding, man, you got to evolve. You got to evolve, man. You got to go through all this. You know what I mean? You got to grow from the things that you go through. These are blessings. These are lessons. These are teaching. These are correction. You got to correct your way of thinking. And a lot of women want to leave men when they cheat. Understand this, man. When you leave a nigga that cheat, man, all you doing is run into another nigga that's going to do the same thing. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Some of y'all got to stop this bullshit where y'all have this motherfucking bravado where I can't deal with a man that cheat. I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not disrespecting myself. You was an idiot. You was a bona fide idiot. Don't you know the nigga that's faithful to you right now that you think is quote unquote faithful to you? All he is a good liar. The great pretender. You dig? All he is a good liar. He's letting you believe that he don't want to deal with nobody else. He's letting you believe that you're the apple of his eye. He's letting you believe that you're everything. But when you're not looking, he's throwing rocks and hiding his hand. When you're not looking, he's going behind your back doing God knows what. You dig? He's just a great pretender because he understands that there's consequences to the truth. When I was coming up, all I did was lie to women. That's all I did. I was a great liar. I'm a Scorpio, man. Come on, man. The king of this manipulation shit, man. Yeah, I'm the king of this manipulation shit. I was a great liar when I was young, man. All I did was lie. Even if I could tell the truth, I still gave you a lie because I understand when I tell the truth, it comes with consequences. And if I still want to rock with you and I still want to deal with you, I'm going to tell you a lie because I don't want you to be out of my life. I want you to still be in my life. So I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. You feel me? And I was a savage and I loved it. But at some point in my life, I had to grow and I had to evolve and I had to understand that ain't going to get me nowhere because cheaters never prosper. I'm going to say that again, man. At some point in my life, I had to evolve and grow beyond that bullshit because I realized that cheaters never prosper. Now, you might be saying I'm contradicting myself because I said I've never been faithful before in my life and I've always cheated on my women. No, I'm not. You just listening too slow. Pay attention. Now, the reason I say cheaters never prosper is because anytime you cheat and you enter a relationship and you're not standing on solid foundation, you're not keeping it real, you're manipulating, you're using lies to keep your relationship together, the relationship is over. All you're doing is wasting time. It's just inevitable. The relationship is not going to work. The only way that relationship works, if you come into that relationship with integrity. So now, moving forward in my life, you know what I do? I tell you what it is and not what you think or not what you expect or not what you predict or not what you perceive it to be. I tell you exactly what it is, who I am, what I'm about, what I stand for, and how I'm moving. And you got a choice to make. Is you gonna rock with me or you gonna rock without me? Either way, the bills are gonna get paid. Either way, I'm still gonna live the lifestyle I live. Either way, I'm still gonna do what I need to do. One monkey don't stop the show. So I say that to say this. This is how you got to enter your situation, fellas. This is how you got to do it. You got to lead with integrity. You got to lead with integrity. You have to lead with integrity. You got to go into that relationship and be real and keep it 1,000, man. Because whatever you build on a lie is like a man building a house on a sand. Whatever you build on a lie is like a man building a house on sand. It's going to fall. It's not going to be able to withstand a hurricane. It's not going to be able to withstand a tsunami. It's not going to be able to withstand the ups and downs, the avid flow that we go through in life. You're not going to be able to withstand it. Because, like I said again, cheaters never prosper. I got a quote that I always say, right? I always say this quote, and it's a great quote. But before I get into this quote, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, all right? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Everybody always asks me, what do I put in my hair? They want to know how I keep my hair shining the way it does. As you can see, I am the Wave King. Nobody wavier than me. It's a done deal. You can start calling me Mr. Tsunami. But I want to put y'all on to my new product. It's called Liquid Gold. Natural hair oil that you definitely need in your life ASAP. I'm going to walk you through how I keep my hair shining the way it does, you dig? First, you got to get you one of these right here. This is a Ziploc bag. Could you put it in your hand and still rub it all over your hair? Yeah, you can, but I use a Ziploc bag because I keep my waves laid flat. And you already know waves are just curls laid flat, you know what I mean? So boom, you get the bottle of liquid gold, you get as much as you can, you drop it on the Ziploc bag like such, you rub it all together, and you start to moisturize your hair, man. You know, somebody might say, why are you using a Ziploc bag? Listen, man, I am who I am, man. I do things a little bit different around here, man. And I like my waves to be, you know what I mean, compressed and looking fresh. So definitely get y'all some liquid gold, man. Trust me, it's going to change your life. If y'all want to keep y'all hair looking right, you dig, get you that liquid gold. If you want better edge control, ladies, definitely get you some liquid gold. If you want to refrain from going bald, get you that liquid gold natural hair oil. From yours truly, liquidcash.com. Check out the site. You're definitely going to see something you like. Cheers. Now, let me get some likes soon as y'all enter the room. If you here for the first time and you feeling alive, you feeling what's going on, you liking the vibe, let me get some like, let me get some hearts. And also, y'all know what it is, man. If you got a question, hit your boy off with a super chat. Ask me whatever question you like to ask, you dig? Like I said again, hey, man, we got to get this platform bigger and bigger. We got to keep on growing this platform, right? In order to grow this platform, y'all got to like, y'all got to subscribe, y'all got to tell a friend to tell a friend. Liquid Cash got a podcast. If you're on TikTok, hey, man, you got to come over here and come vibe with your boy, man. I see y'all on my TikTok watching and looking and seeing what's going on. I need y'all to come over here and vibe with your boy. Know what I mean? Most definitely, you dig? Come vibe with your boy, man. Yeah, it's live and living color over here. I seen one or two people that left TikTok and came over here at Create a Steady Hustle on my YouTube page. I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Like I said again, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with me, and I vibe with y'all and I rock with y'all for that. You dig? And like I said, this a touchy episode. I'm gonna be saying a lot of things that most men don't say. And it's cool. It's fine, you dig? I don't expect y'all niggas to say what I say because some of you niggas are still cowards. Y'all niggas don't move like real men. So y'all still moving like girls because y'all scared of losing what y'all got. Understand, man, I ain't scared to lose nobody that's in my life right now because whatever I got, I can get it again, man. Because I'm a hustler for real. I'm a grinder for real. I got charisma for real. You dig? I got a real persona. You dig? This is not no something for the cameras. This is me in real life, you dig? This is something you can't purchase. This is something you can't buy. My intellectual property is mine and you can't have it. You could imitate, but you could never duplicate, you dig? And that's what it is. So I ain't never afraid to tell a woman how I'm coming and how I'm moving, you dig? She just gotta respect it. She could try to neglect it. She could try to, you know what I mean, disrespect it. But at the end of the day, when you keep it 100, man, they ain't got no choice but to respect it, you dig? Whether she like it or love it, the show must go on. The show must definitely go on. So like I was saying to y'all, man, it's important that y'all move with integrity because integrity is the essence of everything successful. Now, when you hear that quote, what comes to mind? See, when I hear that quote, what comes to mind is all my failed business ideas, all my failed hustles, all my failed relationships, all the lies I told, all the games I played. I mean, we all played that game, right? Catch me if you can. What they don't know won't hurt them. See, what I came to realize about life is that everybody lies. Some lie for various reasons. Some don't need a reason at all. And even though everything may seem fine, all we doing is killing time. Because if you're not meeting and greeting that person with honesty and pure intentions, if you're not putting your blood, sweat, and tears behind your inventions, then the only thing you're destined for is failure. So remember, integrity is the essence of everything successful. Now, I don't say that quote because it sounds good. I say that quote because I want y'all to stop what y'all doing right now, write it down, memorize that, put that in your memory bank, and you use that throughout your life. Because that's going to keep you on the straight and narrow. That's going to keep you in understanding and awareness that it's always important to move with integrity. It's always important to keep it 1,000. How you start is how you finish. You dig? Always important. Don't let no woman be so fine, be so captivating, be so sexy to the point where you lie to her and end up lying to yourself. Because half of you niggas fuck around and lie and get yourself caught up in a situation. Now, 2 babies later, you with a woman that you can't even keep it real with. You with a woman that you can't even be yourself with. You've been faking it for 5 years. You've been faking it for the whole relationship, man. You've been the great pretender. You dig? You worse than a female. Come on, a real man don't move like that. I want y'all niggas to understand that. And it's gonna take time. I ain't saying you're gonna know how to do this shit overnight. Nah, I'm not saying you're gonna be like this overnight. I'm not saying this gonna happen right away. Because when you used to doing something, man, old habits are hard to break. You feel me? So if you're used to lying, you're used to manipulating, you're used to deceiving, you're used to getting over, you know what I mean? You're used to being a narcissist. It's gonna be hard to break that habit because it took you years to get there. And you learned it from the people you met and other people in authority, and you picked up bad habits to the content you consume, the people you converse with, the content you read, and you picked up so much bad habits. So it's gonna take a while for you to keep it 1,000. It's gonna take it a while for you to keep it a buck with the woman you with. And let me tell y'all another secret, man. If you out here in the street world, let me talk to my niggas in the streets for a second. Anything you doing, if you're not doing it with integrity, you gonna lose. Straight up. That's something that I learned the hard way. Anything you doing in life, if you're not doing it with integrity, you are going to lose. I don't care if you winning right now. You could be good at doing the wrong thing. I'm gonna say that again because I know some of y'all missed that shit and y'all be listening too slow. You could be good at doing the wrong thing. Just because you getting away with something right now, right? And you seeing progress, you seeing profit, you seeing success. That doesn't mean you're winning. That doesn't mean you're gonna be winning in the 9th inning. Because when the game over, you might be at the bottom of the totem pole. And you know what the universe is gonna do? He's gonna add tax on top of that. That's why I say perfect practice makes perfect, not practice makes perfect. Because you could be practicing the wrong thing and you could be good at the wrong thing. And a lot of niggas in the streets are good at practicing the wrong habits and doing the wrong thing. And some of you niggas are lucky enough to get some type of success. And I was one of those dudes. I was one of those guys. Cheating the game, cheating the grind, cheating the hustle, thinking I was gonna get away with it, thinking I was slicking in a can of oil, not understanding, man, you ain't cheating nobody but yourself. And the moment you realize that, you'll be able to hold on to whatever profit you made in these streets. You'll be able to hold on to the cars, the clothes, the jewelry, and every other thing that you've gotten in these streets. The reason you can't hold on to nothing is because you're doing it with no integrity. The reason you can't maintain success more than a year, more than 6 months, more than 6 weeks is because you're doing it with no integrity. You're not putting your truth in it. You're not being honest with the people you're involved with, and you're not being honest with yourself. So how you expect to win? How you expect to win? Don't think you winning because you just bought a new car. Don't think you winning because you just caught a lick. Don't think you winning because you just got a new fucking crib. Nah, you losing, nigga. You just don't know it yet. And ain't nobody gonna give it to you like I give it to you, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I've been there, I've done that. I know what it is. I'm not talking from, word of mouth. I'm not talking from just speculation. I'm talking from the aspect of actually being outside in the streets, feet to pavement, out here hustling and bustling and tussling and doing whatever I could and put my best foot forward to make it happen. And I realized, damn, every time I make 10 steps forward, I take another fucking 20 steps back. Then I'm like, what's going on? Why every time I stack up 10,000, 20,000, I can't get past a certain mark. I can't get past this certain, price line or this profit margin. Why is that? Then I had to realize I'm not keeping it 100. I'm not moving with integrity. You dig? There's a lot of different moving parts. There's rules to this shit. Rules to this shit, and it ain't no manual. Niggas ain't giving you the manual. They say the game should be sold, not told. Niggas is not giving you the manual, man. You dig? You get little sprinkles of the manual when I speak. You get little sprinkles of it. And I give y'all some of the game, man. But if you want some of that real, live, uncut perico, that raw, uncut cocaina, book a consultation with your boy on creatorsteadyhustle.com. Book a consultation and I show you how to play the game to win. Not play the game to look like you winning. Not play the game to pretend you winning. I'm going to give you the game that's going to keep you winning from here until the 9th inning. You dig? Most definitely. But you got to book that consultation. I only can give you so much on this platform. Same thing for you ladies. If y'all trying to win in life, y'all trying to win in the game of life, holla at your boy, book a consultation. You got questions, I got answers, man. We can talk about it, man. Listen, man, we're going to go on another commercial break if somebody don't, do what they supposed to do. If y'all don't support the show, I need to shut up then. Fuck it. If y'all ain't, I'm going to just chill out if y'all ain't going to support the show, man. It is what it is, man. If y'all ain't like what's going on and y'all ain't supporting the show, I'm just going to chill out. Let me know when y'all ready, all right? Because y'all playing, man. I'm gonna talk to my people on TikTok. Yo, TikTok, what up, man? Y'all rocking with your boy, man? Y'all fucking with the show?
You're not even asking us questions. So I'm here for like an open dialogue, but like
listen, 1 second, ma. Listen. You talking out of turn right now, ma. I didn't ask you to speak. Hold up. That's number one. We didn't even ask you to speak. I didn't tell. Hold on. I'll get to you when I get to you. I'm not even talking to you. So we're gonna get to you when I get to you. So you speaking out of turn, you gotta relax and enjoy. You gotta enjoy the show. Okay. I'm not even talking to you. You dig? Come on, y'all gotta relax and enjoy the show, man. Listen. When I'm on when I got the Versace shades on, I'm on my shit. So pardon me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my shit. Y'all gonna get it raw and uncut. I'm feeling some kind of way today. I'm feeling great. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I hit a lick today in the motherfucking stock market. Y'all know I invest every morning when I wake up. So I hit a lick today in the stock market. I'm feeling motherfucking good. I'm feeling blessed. God has definitely got his hands on me and I'm feeling some kind of way. So when I get to you ladies, pardon me, I don't mean no disrespect. When I get to you, I get to you, but I'm feeling kind of wavy, you dig? So y'all just gotta relax. Pardon me. We're gonna have an open dialogue. We're gonna talk about some things and we're gonna get into it. But first, I gotta just give y'all some of this, this good energy. You dig? Just a few minutes ago, I was thrown off because she was talking out of turn. Forgive me, but sometimes I get like that because I like to, keep everything in order. When I get to the Zoom, I get to the Zoom. But first and foremost, let me talk to the people in the chat and let them know, hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Support the show. Give me a like. Give me a motherfucking heart. Give me an emoji. Give me something to let me know that you rocking with the show. You dig? This is how I keep it going. And when I don't get the love back in return, I say, you know what? They being ungrateful. So I'm gonna have to motherfucking cut the shit off. You dig? So I see that y'all being grateful and y'all being appreciative of my presence because I appreciate y'all being here. Why you think I got dressed, man? Why you think I put this shit on? I don't want to play with you niggas' time. I don't want to play with you motherfuckers' effort. You think I come on? I can come in this motherfucking camera with a hoodie and a do-rag on and still get your attention because what I'm saying is valid. But I don't do that because I fuck with y'all. I rock with y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the best of me. I'm never gonna give y'all the less of me. I'm gonna give y'all the best of me. You ain't gonna never see me come on camera. My hair gonna be done. For the people that think I got a wig on, keep on thinking, keep on guessing. You out of your mind to think a nigga like me would go sit in a salon and put a wig on. You stupid if you think that way. This hard work and dedication took me 2 years to get my wave spinning like this. It's all good. You don't got no money, so you don't understand the type of time and patience it takes to keep yourself groomed like this. It costs money, it costs time, it costs dedication. I don't play with y'all. So I don't want y'all to play with me. I don't play with y'all. I went shopping. I got a new shirt today because of y'all, man. You feel me? I got a new shirt today because of y'all, man. I said, man, you know what? I'm going to see my people today. And, you know, some people going to see me for the first time. And you can't, you know, you only get one time to make a first impression. And so for the people that see me for the first time, I got to make sure they see me the correct way. And I went and bought a new shirt, you dig? And you can see by the quality of the shirt, this ain't no cheap shirt. I spend money on this type of shit, man. So when I come on this motherfucking platform and y'all don't support what I got going on and support the campaign, you don't go on liquidcash.com or createasteadyhustle.com and you don't support what I do, you don't purchase no book or the hit oil or nothing like that, I feel like you taking advantage of me, man. And ain't nobody gonna take advantage of this. You dig? So do what you need to do, man. Show love or you get love back in return. That's why I'm blessed. And I might not get the love from most of the people that watch me. I might not get my love from y'all. I might not get my flowers from y'all. And it's okay. I'm still gonna give you the game. But God got so much love for me. He gonna give me the love some way or another. One way or another, he gonna still give me the love. And I get it every day. That's why I can do what I do for y'all. Because I get the love and the blessing every day, man. You dig? That's why when I share what I share, y'all can feel it because y'all know when a motherfucker on camera fronting and playing games. Y'all know when a motherfucker on camera just ain't got it. You can feel the essence of what I'm spitting because it's real. You dig? But like I said, we're going to open the lines up. We're going to have a communication with some of y'all, man. Let's talk about it. I think I've been talking for a minute now. So it's only right that I open the lines up on the Zoom and let y'all get in the conversation. I appreciate you, Christina, for that $9.99. You dig? Somebody bless your boy with the $9.99. I'm about to go by the Brooklyn Bridge. It is what it is. You dig? And only Christina will be able to cross. All of you motherfuckers y'all gonna have to go under the bridge or do something else, or you have to swim. You have to do something, but you won't be able to cross my bridge. Yiddy, let's talk about it. Okay, we're gonna get into the Zoom real quick. First and foremost, like I said again, I'm new to the Zoom thing real quick, so this is something new that I'm doing. I appreciate everybody is in the chat. Pardon me, my bad. Pardon me. I appreciate everybody is in the chat on the Zoom. You know what I'm saying? Each and one of y'all. So let's see who gonna talk to first, man. Okay, let's talk to. Let me see who wanna. I think. Okay, let's go. Hold up. Let me see. I want to talk to you first. Yeah, let's talk about it. Hold on. I don't know if I can pronounce your name. You got on a yellow or green shirt. If you can hear me, can you hear me? Unmute your mic if you can hear me.
Tamarsha?
Say that one more time. Your name is very unique.
Oh, thank you, Tamarsha.
Tamarsha. Okay, you had a very unique name. Okay, Tamarsha. Hey, man. Hey, listen, I appreciate you for being here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate your time. And so, yeah, man. Anything that you disagree with, anything that you would like to discuss, anything you like to talk about, the topic for the day is, we all cheat. And, I discuss how we cheat on God, we cheat on ourselves, we cheat on so many different things. And there's something I said that you may disagree with or you may agree with, feel free to, speak your mind.
Well, I like how you're saying just be upfront when it comes to starting the relationship. A lot of guys, like you said, aren't upfront. And so at the end of the day, you're still getting cheated on. I guess my question is, when you are upfront with women, what is usually the response to that? Like, are you having where they actually are in agreement with that lifestyle, or is it kind of where they're taken back and now you're like starting all over again with, repeating, getting to know someone, starting over, saying, hey, this is the lifestyle I want to live? Like, how often does that really go in your favor?
You know what? Believe it or not, more often than not, to keep it 100. Because women, they know when a guy has the capability to do, whatever he wants with whoever he wants. Women are very intelligent. They know when they got a guy who have motion and a guy who don't have motion. You dig? Certain guys they would accept certain things from because he comes with a lot, and and it's more she can gain from the situation, not just financially, but more, spiritually, more mentally, and just he can talk to her on a different playing field than most men. And when you come like that, believe it or not, man, a lot of women will accept you for who you are if you keep it 100 and you just keep it real. You dig? And if you just be real with them, because I was dating this chick one time years ago, man. She told me I cheated on her so much we ended up breaking up, and she told me when we spoke years after, she said, "Listen, man, if you just keep it 100 with me, I would accept your how you moving, but you just had to keep it 100 with me, but you never kept it 100." And the reason I never kept it 100 with her because I looked at her as a prized possession. And this is what a lot of men do. They make a mistake by putting their women on a pedestal. And it was almost like a diamond. I didn't want to get dirty. So I felt like she is the best version of me. And I looked at her like something something of value. And I didn't want her to be tainted by my devilish ways. So I would just keep her away from that, not knowing that she wanted to play in the mud with me. She didn't give a fuck about being put on a pedestal. She didn't care about that. She wanted to be down with whatever I was down for. She wanted to be wherever I was at. And she loved me that much. But I couldn't see that because I was caught up in my own ego and I was caught up in my own way of thinking. So that's why I say you always got to keep it 100. You always got to keep it real, because at the end of the day, good things are going to come from that. And you may not get all of them, but the one that do rock with you, you're going to have a better life. You're going to have a better life than you pretending. You're going every day you go to your house, you just pretending you're somebody you're not. Women and men do it every day in the relationships, pretending to be something they're not. And that's why a lot of times when women get out of these relationships or these marriages, they start to act wild. And they act like a fucking horny dog out of his cage. Because they was locked down for so many years and pretending that there's something they're not. So as soon as they get free or break free, they on a girls trip, they in the club, they at a lounge, and they looking for somebody to fill a void. And it usually more than one person.
Now I actually have to disagree with that because just going off of experience, because I was married. So actually when you get, and I got divorced. So when you get divorced, to be honest, you running away from the man because you done been through so much. And it's more so about, okay, I want to be by myself. I just want that time to myself. So you're really not looking for a lot of men, to be honest. Most of the women I know, they're more so of, men, get away from me. I want space, that time to be by myself, that time to just do what I want to do without having someone in my face or having someone to question or answer to. So a lot of times we ready for the freedom, but we're not ready to jump back into anything.
And sometimes that freedom, involves you sleeping with other men. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I tripping?
Yeah, but I mean, you may look, but a lot of times I said, you just want to be by yourself.
Listen, you want to be by yourself, but that doesn't mean you sleeping by yourself. You want to be by yourself, but you are sleeping with multiple different guys, or you dating different guys. Now, you may be the anomaly. You may be the 1% that just want to be by herself and not be involved with nobody else sexually. You may be that 1%. But the 99% of these women, when they get out of a long relationship they was in for years, what I've experienced, trust me, they doing the most. And they having a good time. Rightfully so. You can do whatever you want to do. You're a grown-ass woman, you're a grown-ass man, you can do whatever you want to do. But I'm just telling you, that's how they moving, because they like Stella, they trying to get their groove back. You dig? And that's just what it is. You feel me? Yeah,
I don't know. A lot of us get our, I mean, my thing is, a woman, when she's done with the relationship, she go get her groove on if she's still in the relationship. So a lot of times you go through that phase of, okay, I'm here, but I'm not here emotionally. So, you know, sometimes you're already getting your groove on or whatever. And then when it's finally said and done, you just want that peace.
That's why I say everybody cheats. Everybody cheats, man. Everybody cheats. And listen, man, and the main person you don't cheat on is yourself. You dig? And that's the main person you don't cheat on. How would you feel about my perspective when I said, hey, we cheat on God every day?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. That's true. I mean, you know, God gave us some commandments, some rules, and I don't know anyone that follows all those rules every single day. So we definitely are cheating on God.
Most definitely, man. And that's what I be trying to tell people, man. So, you know, when they tell me about, or how can you be upfront and tell women that, you know, you rather, you know, have a honest relationship instead of lying, I say, man, listen, man. Come on, man. You got to keep it real. When you lie for so many years to women and you've done so many dirt, man, it comes to a point in your life, you get to a point where you say, man, you know what, man, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Fuck it. You know, I didn't lie my whole life, man. I went through my whole fucking life lying, man. At this point in my life, in this stage of my life, man, either you're gonna rock with me or you're not. But this is how I'm moving, man. You dig? You're not gonna marginalize me. You're not gonna marginalize my potential. You're not gonna make me subject just to do what you want me to do, how you want me to do it. I remember one time ago, man, I was involved with this female for damn near 6 years, and she was mad at me because I didn't want to have no kids with her. Hey, man, it is what it is. I told her plain and simple, I am not ready to have no kids just because you going through a motherfucking midlife crisis and you want to have a kid. You're not gonna force your motherfucking ideas on me. You're not gonna make me get out of character and do things you want me to do, and you got to keep it 100. And she ended up leaving me because of that. But I didn't give a damn, because I realized one monkey don't stop the show. I'm gonna do what I need to do regardless, and I'm gonna keep on moving and keep on grooving. But the main thing I want guys to understand is this, man, and I want women to understand too. Stop getting in these relationships and stop building these bonds and wasting your time and wasting people's time. And you know you ain't coming with the truth. You know you ain't leading with the truth. You know you pretending that you something and you not. You know who you are. Be who you are. And just keep it real with yourself. You dig? So I appreciate you for taking the time out with your boy, man. And you know what I mean, dropping your 2 cents. We're going to get somebody else on the Zoom and we're going to chop it up with them. You dig? Do me a favor. Please mute your mic. You dig? I appreciate you, man. She kept it real low, you know what I'm saying? I wish she'd have told me her, damn, we need to figure out how you pronounce your name again. You said, yeah, unmute your mic, man. How you pronounce your name again? I'm pronouncing your name again, man. Unmute your mic.
Tamarsha. It's easy. Some people just say Marsha.
See, listen, man, that's who named you that, man? Why you put 2 ghetto names together? For real, like who does that? Gotta be some black shit, man.
Actually, my mom, her favorite show was Brady Bunch.
Oh so, God.
all of our names, my sisters, all of our names start with T. So she just wanted to keep the T rotation. So right. She just added T to Marsha.
Man, that's the most. Hey, listen, man, I ain't gonna crack up on your name, man. But listen, before you go, also, where you tapping in from as well?
Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL, man. I used to live out there in Buckhead. I stayed in Atlanta for 3 years. I ain't gonna front. I like Atlanta. Atlanta was cool. What part of Atlanta you live at? If you don't mind sharing.
I done been in Conyers, but now I'm in Gwinnett.
Okay, Gwinnett. Okay, that's up there. Yeah, I was in Buckhead for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Atlanta is cool. I had a good time out there. I ain't gonna front. Atlanta women is different too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. In Atlanta, niggas, oh my God. Atlanta niggas are the worst. So I could imagine what y'all women are dealing with out there, man. You gotta be real cool. I only met one dude when I went to Atlanta. I didn't want to meet no guys because of the stigma. And I said, I'm not out here to make friends. I'm out here to handle my business. I only ended up meeting one guy that was cool, and he was my next door neighbor. But other than that, I didn't talk to nobody in Atlanta because of the stigma. You know, y'all got a stigma out there. And you did?
You'll be surprised.
Yeah. Y'all had to get up out of there. But I like Atlanta though, man. I like Atlanta, man. Leave us with your Instagram or so anybody might wanna, shoot they shot at you. Are you married? Are you single? What's going on with you in your life?
No, not married. Happily divorced, so single.
Happily divorced? How many kids you got?
2 kids.
Okay, you got 2 kids. You meet the requirements. Anything above 2, listen, it just won't do. But 2 is good. You know what I mean?
I actually am representing my business, that? Awesome Life Institute.
Okay, Awesome Life Institute. Let's see that again. Okay, yeah, man, shout out her business, Awesome Life Institute. There's a website. Is there a website? Anything people can go on?
Yes, this month is actually Autism Awareness Month, so that's for autism. So April's Autism Awareness Month, and so we just have been doing a lot of campaigning, doing a lot of walks for the autism community, and so my Instagram is awesome_autism_mom. Okay. And I wear a big blue wig.
Okay, I think I spoke to you before. Yes, I remember you with the big blue wig. See that?
Yes.
I appreciate you, man. I thank you for tapping in. You dig? Definitely appreciate you. All right. See, that's the thing. When you come over here on Create a Steady Hustle, man, you can promote your brand. You can promote what you're doing. I ain't a hater, man. I'm going to let you pop your, you know what I mean? And do your thing, man. I'm going to let you promote whatever you got going on. At the end of the conversation, if you want to, give your Instagram handle, your website to whatever business you got, you come over here, we can chop it up, and you can tell the world what's your campaign and what you represent, you dig? So we ain't hating over here. We spreading love and we showing love because at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about, you know what I mean? So let me get to somebody else. Hold up. Let me see. I think this is, hold up. Forgive me, guys. Like I told y'all, I'm new to this, what's this called now? I'm new to this Zoom thing, so y'all gotta bear with me when I do my Zoom thing. I'm trying to one second. I'm trying to get this person on the what's the name? I think it's Malva Miller. That's what I'm really trying to get to. Yeah, I'm trying to get to you, man. It's all right. I'm just trying to. It's all good. I'm trying to get to you for a second. I'm just trying to get the. I'm trying to get. Let me see something.
So go stay on or go off. Mute it or unmute.
Nah, you could unmute it. I'm trying to just get Tamara off the screen for a second. I don't know how to move her screen to get you. Like I said again, I'm new to this shit, man. So I don't know how to make her screen. But either way. You could unmute yours, Miss Miller. You know what I'm saying? I can see you though, but I'm just trying to make you bigger so the whole world will see you. I like the red light candle. You got
I don't want the world to see me. I'm kind of private. I don't want the world to see me.
You don't want the world to see you? Yeah. It's all good, baby. Okay, no problem with that. We're gonna make sure, we get a little glimpse of you at least. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a little glimpse.
Okay, now my thing is. Yeah. Now, of course, I know men cheat because my dad told me that when I was 9. So they cheat. But like all the girls I used to kick with and shit, they thought I was a fool because I was like, I could respect a man that cheats, but you got to kind of do it at a distance. Like if it ain't no way of kind of really making it back to your girl and stuff like that. So they call me a fool for that. Like you don't sleep with her best friend, cousins, sisters,
Right.
Things like that.
Right. So you accept the man. You would accept the man that tells you he is going to exercise his options.
No, don't tell me nothing. Just just do what you do. Like it depends. If I'm agreeing to be in a situationship where I'm like, okay, well, you want somebody close to me, we can do it together or whatever. Like I just know men are men.
Right.
But I just respect the man that kind of has some decency with it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Okay, so you one of those females like, okay, do whatever you want to do, but just do that shit in the dark. Don't let me find out. You know what I mean? Don't let me.
Well, we always find out, but just not so close to home, I guess.
Not so close to home. Okay. Yeah. I agree with that.
Said, they up, not down.
Say that one more time.
Stroke. And like your homie said, if you gonna fuck up, not down. But
yeah,
different strokes for different folks, you know?
Most definitely. Now, I respect that. You just want a man to keep it 100, but don't tell you. And I always say, you know what? I say to people all the time as well. A wise man once told me, a well-placed truth is better than a lie. You dig? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say that again because I know some of y'all niggas be listening too slow. Not for you ladies, to these niggas. I want them to pick that up. A well-placed truth is better than a lie. You feel me? So just knowing how to place the truth is important too. Being strategic about, when you say what you say. You don't just say it because, you feel like expressing it. Everything that comes to your mind don't need to be said at that particular time. Like she was saying, she's willing to accept certain things if it's done respectfully. Am I getting that correct?
Yeah. Gotta think about it.
She gotta think about it? Okay, you gotta think. You ain't sure. You ain't positive about that.
You like you said, like if a man, he's a man basically. So he can protect, provide, do certain things like that, then that's different. But if you just with somebody that you carrying and they doing it, like, no, I'm not with none of it.
Right. So it's those stipulations. It's based on, it's a case by case situation. And
yes, to each his own.
To each his own. Where you tapping in from?
Vegas.
Let me ask you a question. Have you cheated before?
I've cheated before, yeah, but I don't cheat.
You don't cheat?
I have cheated, but I don't consider it cheating because when you fuck with somebody, forgive my language, say, okay, so if you messing with somebody that got somebody else, you know what I mean? He's already got two of you. And he's fucking randoms. Well, sorry, I can't say randoms, but it's just there's two homes, he's got two of you. And then, like, y'all come from a club or somebody drops you off at the house. He don't say nothing. You're calling, like, trying to figure it out where he's at. So, yeah, it's not really cheating, is it? Is it cheating? Yeah, because men look at it different. Y'all could do it, but we cannot, correct?
Most definitely. We don't want y'all to go out there and sleep with another man because I don't sleep with women that sleep with other men. That's just me.
Make that make sense. But then how come you all can't just, like, say... How come all the females can't just all live in the same house then?
Let me tell you something. Half of the shit that goes on in a man's mind, half of the shit don't make sense. When you think about it on the grand scheme of things, if you think about it logically, it don't make sense. I could do what I want to do, but you can't. Of course it don't make sense. Of course it's not fair. Of course, we taking advantage of that masculine energy saying we are the alpha and the omega. We can do whatever we want and you can't. You did? We taking advantage of that and it don't make sense. But it ain't supposed to make sense. You can't look at it from a logical lens. If you do, it's going to confuse you. It's like trying to figure out a woman. If you look at a woman from a logical lens, you will always be in confusion. You will never be able to figure her out if you look at her from a logical lens, because women are not logical people. They are emotional people. So they do things that may not make sense, but to them it makes all the sense in the world. So once we understand that and we keep that at the forefront of our mind and understand that, don't try to make sense of all this shit. Because if you do, it confuses you. Just ask yourself, are you willing to deal with it or not? Are you willing to accept it or not? Because anytime I try to figure out a woman, it always left me puzzled. So I stopped trying to figure it out.
I just try to solve the problems that they may have to make their life a little easier. I just try to be there as a guide, be there as a protector, be there in any way, form, shape, or fashion they want me to be in. But I'm not gonna try to make sense of why she don't feel good today, why she is not happy at this particular moment when I just took her out 2 weeks ago or 2 days ago, why she's going through this particular mood. I don't got time to figure that shit out. All I know is I'm gonna give her space and I'm gonna let her know, hey, if you need me, I'm here. If you need me to drop something off, if you need me to pick something up, if you need me to do anything, I'm here. But I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm not gonna try to make sense of what the fuck is going on in her mind. You know what I mean? And so,
did it ever?
Say it again.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was just gonna say, did it ever occur to you that maybe you giving her the space is what got her tripping?
Nah. It's never that, because I don't. It's never that, because any woman I involve myself with, I always spend quality time, because I know that's important for women. You dig? So I don't neglect the people that I'm involved with. You know what I'm saying? If I'm involved with somebody, I'm never neglecting them. That ain't how I move. I keep on. I run a tight ship around this motherfucker. I'm gonna make sure, see the person I'm involved with, no matter how much shit I got going on. If I gotta edit, if I gotta produce, if I gotta create, if I gotta trade, if I gotta do whatever, I do it at her crib just so I can be in her presence. So she can come to my crib, she can be in my presence, see that what I'm doing, and I'm keeping myself occupied. So it ain't never that. A lot of times people have their own things they going through, you dig? And that's one of the topics that I want to discuss about guilty conscience. A lot of times people have the mindset where they be doing the most and accusing you of something just because they're doing the most. You dig? So we got to beware of those type of cheaters as well. The cheaters that try to act like they not doing this and that, but they really are, and they're accusing you of doing something. Meanwhile, they out here fucking everybody they can find and doing the most, and don't respect themselves or respect the relationship, and accusing you and making your life a living hell. So it's so many ways that people manipulate and carry on with this type of energy and not understanding all you doing is causing confusion, and all you doing is wasting your time, and ain't nothing good is gonna come from the situation, and you ain't gonna never be able to prosper in life. And I was watching an interview with Muhammad Ali's wife, and Muhammad Ali's wife said he was cheating so much and doing so much foul things, it got to the point where she said to him, all this shit you doing, all the things that you think you getting away with, God is watching it all. And because you're doing this and you treat me this way, it's gonna come to a time where you won't be able to move, you won't be able to get it up, you're gonna live your life as a vegetable. And she said that to him, and he said, why would you say such a horrible thing? Why would you say that? And she said, because I know this is how you acting. He said, everything you say comes true to light. Why would you say that? And guess what? When Muhammad Ali died, he died damn near as a vegetable. You dig? So we got to understand, man, you can't escape the energy. It's best to move with truth and honesty and integrity. And at the end of the day, man, the girl or the female or the person or the man might not like it, but they gotta respect it. You dig?
I don't know. I can't do. Let me see. I can. It depends on the position the woman is in, though. Also, because women are crazy. No, I'm a woman, but I don't like women. I don't. A certain extent, but women are crazy. It depends on their position as well. Because just speaking from my reality of life. An experience, like when you have a bottom, like basically she's a woman that will rock and will ride with you, and it's basically on the means of how you treat and respect her. So that's why I said, if you cheat, you do it with decency, respect. So a bottom will never lose her position, never lose her place, because the love and respect you got for her, you know what I mean? You'll never give to another woman and treat another woman over her, you know what I mean? So it puts it in a different category. It depends on the position of the woman.
Yeah, but that's because you're speaking from the standpoint of an ego standpoint. You want to be propped up on a pedestal and you want to be the main one. And that's understandable because that's how women think. That's cool. Long as you ain't feeding her what you feeding me, then it's fine. You can give her whatever you give her, but don't give that bitch the same thing you giving me. That's how some women think. But when you have a group relationship, this is why you can't have, women in the same household. That's Muhammad Ali tried that, and his wife said she tried to make it work for him, and she said she accepted the other women, and they all, one or two of them lived in the house with him and with them, right? And she said she only did it and agreed to it because she wanted him to see that it wouldn't work. Because women have a certain type of energy with them where they're territorial. They don't want, they're very, they look at a man as mine. He's mine. I don't want you to have him, and they look at things through jealous eyes. Now you having arguments of why she's riding in the front seat and I'm not. You having arguments of why she's sleeping in the room with you and I'm not. You know what I mean? And now it's this back and forward. So, any advice, if I can give any advice to any guys out there, man, keep your situation separate. Keep your situation separate. If you got a mistress or you got a wife or you got a situationship or you got an understanding, keep all that shit separate. Now they can know about each other and they can know what's going on, but keep that shit separate because women have an energy that can fuck up the frequency. And once their energy is not in order or in synergy with each other, that shit ain't gonna last. It's gonna be short-lived. Somebody's gonna do something to destroy what y'all got going on. You dig? Somebody's gonna mess up the frequency. And before you know it, you're gonna have no females. Nobody's gonna be rocking with you. You dig? One bad apple is gonna destroy the whole batch. So this is why women can't be in the same house with each other and say, okay, we're gonna live as one big family. Ideally, that would be the correct way to do it. Since you're going, mess with other women and you're gonna be out here spreading yourself thin, let's get one big house and we all, kumbaya. Ideally, that would be the best way to do it. But we all know when it comes to this thing of ours, women, they not gonna let that be a smooth ride. Any dude that I know that try to do that shit, they're dealing with a lot of stress. You dig? And they being a great pretender. They faking the funk. Shit ain't going as planned. You feel me? So it's deep. And especially in this Vegas city, man. Come on, man. I done seen it all. I heard it all.
Vegas, where I'm from, it worked. It wasn't the woman, it was the man. But like you just said, I guess technically they go through a lot. It was the man that messed it up, start doing other drugs on drug on top of another drug, just kind of lost the way. But,
yeah, well, anybody on drugs, man, you already know. He don't care about his life. You know what I'm saying? I tell somebody that the other day, man, if you on drugs, you don't care about your life. She said, what you mean? I said, if you on drugs, you don't care about your life. She said, how? She said, my man cared about me and he introduced me to perk 30s. I said, you think that nigga give a fuck about you? He gave you a perk 30 and told you, let's turn up? You tripping. That's just me though.
But
maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? A nigga give you a perk 30. Huh?
He was looking out for her. What if she needed it?
Nah, she didn't need she never did drugs before in her life. She said that was the first time. She said, he introduced her to cocaine, the perk 30, Xanax. And I was like, damn, you really was rocking with this nigga. And she said, yeah, I loved him. I said, okay, you thought he loved you? He said, yeah, he loved me. I said, all right, then, it is what it is. I don't try to make sense of that. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Some of this shit ain't gonna make no sense. I ain't gonna try to make sense of that. In her mind, she believed a nigga that gave her cocaine, perk 30, Xanax, and all that love her. Okay, if you believe that, you want to stand on that, cool. You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, that nigga don't give two fucks about you. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, everybody else have a different perspective. They have different reality. I learned a long time ago, two people can be right. You know what I'm saying? Because your perception is reality. If you perceive that to be so, then it is what it is. That's what it is if you perceive that to be so. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I appreciate you chopping up with you, man. I'm gonna take a little intermission break, man. You know what I mean? Get off this zone for a second. I'm gonna get to you, Christina. Give me a second. I'm just doing what I do, and I do what I does. You dig, ladies? Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for being here. Like I said again, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, and y'all fucking with your boy, Liquid Cash, and I'm having a good time, man. You feel me? I'm having a good. I like the red room you got going on in the back there, man. You all ghost out. Yeah, you ghost out this motherfucker. She's like, yeah, I'm low key around this bitch. Y'all ain't got to see me. Y'all just got to hear my voice and know that I'm here. You feel me? It is what it is, man. Hey, listen, man, I had a wonderful time popping it with y'all, man. You dig? I would end the show now, but I gotta go take care of some business. But I'm gonna read something else from this book, all right? And I was discussing about ego earlier, right? We're gonna get to page 24. All right, 24. Let's go to 24 real quick. All right. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, man, you know, I need y'all to go get this book ASAP, man. If y'all ain't got this book, y'all doing yourself a disservice. Y'all need to go get it, man. Tips on relationships, the naked truth about a beautiful lie. Christina, you ain't got my book yet? What you waiting on? You told me you waiting on your check. Okay, it's no problem. I ain't gonna keep on getting at you. You know I'm just playing with you, baby. It's all good. All right? Let go of the ego. Ego is often what causes the most damage when we feel hurt or betrayed. It's that voice inside that says, how could he do this to me? But sometimes it's not about you. People have their struggles, their own internal battles that cause them to make choices that might hurt others. Recognize when your ego is getting in the way of true understanding and compassion. It ain't about you, baby. It ain't always about you. You ain't the reason why he's cheating. You ain't the reason why he's doing what he's doing. Why you always think it's about you, man? The nigga want to motherfucking spread his wings and fly. You know what I'm saying? He might be going through some shit, man. He might have had a hard day at work. You know what I mean? The kids might have pissed him off because they ain't, you know what I mean, following his rules and regulation, man. He might be going through something internally. You dig? It ain't always about you. Get your ego out of the way and be understanding, be compassionate. You dig? Sit down and talk to the man and find out what's going on in his mind, in his heart, in his spirit, in his soul. And maybe you can come to a resolution. Maybe you can do some therapy. Maybe you can do some, you know what I mean? Some Reiki, what they call Reiki work, Reiki, whatever it is. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Maybe you can do something to help him to get his motherfucking act together. But understand it ain't always about you. When a man cheat, man, it ain't got nothing to do with you, man. It got everything to do with him. It got everything to do with us. How we feeling inside, man. Sometimes we want to spread our wings and fly. Why? Because women are beautiful. And why should we be subject to only having one? Sometimes a nigga want to feel like, you know, he want to feel love. He want to feel appreciated. Not that he not getting it from you. He just want to feel it from somebody else too. And you may not understand that. Don't try to make sense of it, because half of this shit ain't gonna make sense, like I told you before. Half of this shit ain't gonna make sense. But you gotta rock with a nigga if you gonna rock with a nigga. And if you not gonna rock with a nigga, just, you know what I mean, do your own thing. It's all good. But if you gonna decide to do that, leave me the fuck alone. Because I don't sleep with women that sleep with other men. You feel me? I know that's hypocritical than a motherfucker, but it is what it is. I don't sleep with women that sleep with other men. If another man can get you out of pocket and get you to lay down with him and you want to call yourself my woman, you're not my woman no more. Not from that day on, not from that minute, not from that second. You not mine no more, and it ain't nothing you could tell me about it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. It is what it is. You made your bed, lay in it. Kumbaya. Peace be gone. You dig? Please be gone. That's just my attitude. You feel me? And that's just where I'm at now. You know, as we move through life, we change, we evolve. We have different ideologies. 1 minute we this way, next minute we're that way. We're human beings. We don't stay the same throughout the course of our life. Things that you liked when you was younger, you don't like now. I used to like, to put certain food on my plate. Now I don't eat certain things because that's just, I've changed, I've grown. My body don't even accept some of the food that I used to eat as a kid. But that's just what we go through, right? We go through that stage of evolving to the next chapter in our life. But this episode can go on and on and on and on and on because it's so much that I could unpack in this episode. And I don't want to, bore y'all, or I don't want to really, say too much, because I think I said enough. But I'm going to get back onto the Zoom and we're going to chop it up for a second real quick with Christina. You dig? Christina, you could unmute your mic. Let's chop it up real quick.
Hi, Cash.
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't.
How are you?
I'm blessed. I can't complain, man. I'm doing good. Talk to me.
So I do believe that most people cheat because there's so many different ways to cheat. Whether it be, like you said, spiritual, there's flirting, emotional, verbal, physical, sexual. But I also believe that there is a select few that don't cheat, and they're very rare.
Have you ever met a man that never cheated?
I mean, I've met men that say they don't cheat, but I don't really know.
All of us do. All of us say that shit.
Yeah.
All of us say that shit. Have you met one that never cheated?
I have, but he didn't have the means to cheat, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. A man without the means to cheat will always be faithful because he's doing what works for him. He's doing what's best. Sometimes he needs some of these women for shelter. Sometimes some of these men need women for, for their livelihood. You dig? They won't eat if that woman don't allow him to come in their house and get a plate. So he don't have the means to cheat. So that nigga is always gonna be faithful because he's gonna be faithful to his livelihood.
Right. I have a question.
Go ahead, talk to me. I got an answer.
So in certain cultures, it's common or normal for a man to have more than one wife. But there's like a stipulation, I believe, that he has to take care of them equally, like emotionally, financially. Do you think that's possible?
Say that one more time, baby. I was looking at my phone. I apologize. Say that again.
That's okay. So in certain cultures, it's normal for a man to have more than one wife, but I believe there's a certain stipulation where he has to take care of them equally, like financially, emotionally.
Yeah, I mean that's in the, I think Muslims and certain African culture.
Yeah.
They rock like that, where they feel like if you have the means to, take care of the women, then you can cheat and have as much women as you want. And that's our culture. We come from that. You dig? We come from that type of way of thinking. We come from that ideology, that mindset. You dig? We just got into this westernized way of moving and doing things, so we lost our culture. And if you really think about it, nowhere in history, monogamy has succeeded. Nowhere in history. Nowhere that you heard of a fucking loyal king. Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines. And he was one of the wisest men that ever lived. I'm gonna say that again for the slow people in the back. Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, all living in the same castle. And come on, man. You did?
But do you think it's possible to take care of them equally?
I mean, I don't think nothing is impossible once you got God with you and you leading with integrity and you got, the right intentions. Anything is possible. If those women wanted to work, it would work. If you can get everybody on the same synergy, it would work. But for the most part, that's the challenging part. You dig? That's the challenging part. But your foundation got to be strong. Mm-hmm. Your foundation got to be strong. You as a man have to be the priest, have to be the leader, have to be the cornerstone of that relationship. And now some people might be like, what do you mean by priest? What I mean by that is this. You can't be a Muslim and your woman is a Christian. Or you can't be a Christian and your woman is an atheist. That ain't gonna work. Y'all have two different mindsets, two different ideologies, you dig? That ain't gonna work. That's gonna cause confusion.
and one of you guys are going to disobey. You dig? Because you have to be on one accord. As the man, you got to be the priest of your house. You have to set the religion or the spirituality for that house. You got to be on one accord with your wife, because you're going to pass that spirituality down to them kids. You can't have no division. There has to be an understanding with all of your women that you decide to be with. Because if you don't, that woman could end up pulling you away from your spirituality or what you believe in. And that's what happened to King Solomon. He committed adultery. And what that means is that he started praying to other gods and other idols, because the other women that was in his house had different religions, had different deities that they prayed to, and they asked him for temples and shrines that they wanted to build, and eventually he complied, wanted to compromise and wanted to be understanding and wanted everybody to get along. And then sooner or later, God ended up cursing him because he committed adultery by praying to false God. So you have to be on one accord. You have to be the priest, the leader, the king, the knight, everything to that household. Set the foundation, set the rules and the regulation, you dig? You have to be the cornerstone of that relationship in order for that to work. Whether it's one woman, whether it's two women or three women. You cannot be a Christian and you dating an atheist. You cannot be a Muslim and you dating a Christian or somebody else who don't, Buddhist or, whoever else, you know what I mean? Whatever denomination that person want to be. Everybody got to be on the same accord, you dig? And some people might not understand that. They might not get that. They might not be able to, comprehend that. You think you can do it. Okay, go ahead. Fuck around and go ahead. You can be a atheist and she can be a Christian and this one could be a Muslim. See if y'all gonna be able to last and be able to have order in that household. Nah, it ain't gonna be no goddamn order. It's gonna be confusion. This one, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be straight confusion. This one praying and this one, that one praying to that one, this one praying to a rock, this one over here believing goddamn nothing. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing but confusion around this motherfucker, man. You dig? Well, go ahead. What other question you got for your boy?
Let's see. So, I believe that most women cheat when they're not getting what they need from home. Maybe that applies to men too, or just because they're a man and they want to do what they do. But how do you think a woman should go about discussing with her man that she's not receiving what she needs so she doesn't step out on the relationship?
Just keep it 100, man. Speak what's on your mind. Communication runs the nation, you dig? Communication is at the forefront of the relationship. So you have to be able to, tell your man when you're feeling some kind of way, you dig? And even if he not receptive of what you saying or what you trying to convey, you just got to get it out. Just got to get it out. Let it be known. Don't assume that this dude actually knows what you're thinking. That's one of the mistakes a lot of women make. They just assume, oh, he should know how I'm feeling. Oh, he should know he's wrong. Oh, he should know this. Oh, he should know that. Motherfucker don't know what's going on in his mind half the time. So what makes you think he's going to know what's going on in your mind? You dig? So you're going to have to express yourself and let him know how you feeling. That's what I always tell women all the time. I don't read minds. You dig? I'm not a psychic. If you feeling some kind of way, just express it. If you feel like I did something, just express it. Because women have this thing about themselves. They'll just, rack up demerits. They racking it up. They racking up demerits. They putting all kind of shit in the bag, getting it all, lumped up. Ready to make, because they leave emotionally before they leave physically. And they rack up on all the bad shit you did. And when they blow up, they really blow up and explode. And now they can't control themselves and they acting fucking psychotic. And it's like, hold up, bro. You like, what's going on? Where all this shit coming from? It's coming from all the bullshit that you've been racking up and holding in. That's where it's coming from. Let that shit out, ma. Express that shit. We want to know what's going on in your mind. And we can rectify the problem if we get it early in the game.
Right.
Yeah, man. You got any more questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. So I believe that most women show their men how how they want to be treated. So, I mean, they try to say like women are complex, but I feel like we're really simple. Men may be more simple, but women are simple too because, I mean, it's self-explanatory. We cook for y'all. We want to be cooked for. You know what I'm saying? We like the roses and stuff like that. We'll get y'all roses too and stuff like that. But yeah, I think we're really simple, and it just takes time and just effort from a man. You know, we see the small gestures. Most
What do
of the
you
time.
want from a relationship?
Loyalty.
What's loyalty to you?
I agree with you when you say that it doesn't have to be being faithful, because I know men do what they do, but I want a man that's gonna be there for me. Like,
Besides being loyal, what else you want?
I don't know. I just want a companionship. You know, someone to be there for me when I have something to talk about, or it's not necessarily financial. I have myself financially, and you know, maybe emotional. Help me with my emotions sometimes, because we can be emotional.
Well, let me tell you something real quick.
Don't take this no way, but I just got to keep it frank with you.
Yeah.
You'll never get what you want if you don't know what you want, like you know the palm of your hand or the back of your hand. You dig? When I ask you what you want, you're supposed to have a list of things, and you got to know it like you know your first and last name. And that goes for anything in life, not just a man. That goes for your goals, your career, and anything that you're trying to achieve. If you don't know what you want like you know your first and last name, and utter that shit out like the drop of a dime, you'll never get what you want. You dig? Yeah. You're confused when you're explaining it. So when you get a man, you're going to get a confused man, because you don't even know how to explain what you actually want. So a lot of women need to take time out and really sit down and map out what they really want. They don't know what they really want. Majority of women don't know what they really truly want. So when they run into a man, they usually get anything. And even though he may seem fine, all y'all doing is killing time. So you got to know what you want. See, I know what I want. I can tell you right away. Bitch got to be understanding. She got to be loyal. She got to be respectful. She got to be faithful. She don't talk to strangers. She follow my lead. She's willing to produce, and she's willing to add value to my life. She knows what I want and what I don't want. She knows my goals. She knows how to cater to me. She knows how to flatter me, because she understands me. She comes and sits down and talk to me anytime I have something I want to discuss. She dig? She don't just speak because she got lips. She speak when she has something really valuable to say. You dig? We can have a good time together. We like walking in nature. We like going hiking. She like the things that I like. We like meditating. We like praying. We like waking up in the morning, writing what we thankful for. These are certain things that I do on a daily basis. So the woman that I'm dealing with, or the woman I'm looking for, she has to be able to adapt to my schedule, adapt to the things I like to do, because I'm an optimistic thinker. And most women in the world, and most people in the world, are pessimistic thinkers. So I got to get on my frequency. See, this is what I want. I know it. I don't have to think about it. You see how that flow through my mouth like water? That's how I got to flow through your mouth in order for you to get what you want. So when I'm moving and I'm grooving in the world, it's easy for me to get what I want, because I'm vibrating at a frequency. So when a person that's on my frequency comes to me, I can see it and I can recognize it. And then we make magic. You dig? Yeah, man. So what else you got to say, man? Because I'm about to get off of this in a minute if you ain't got no other questions. I'm having a good time. I like talking to y'all, by the way. I just wanted to say that. You feel me? I love getting a woman perspective. I like hearing women's, perspective on certain topics that I discuss. So, you know what I mean? Feel free to ask me what else you know what I mean, got on your mind.
I don't think I have any more questions, but I do agree with you with everything that you said that you wanted from a partner, because like I feel like a lot of women want stability and somebody to provide for them financially. Mm-hmm. I just want like the basic things, like protect me, and be there for me.
I could dig that, baby. And let me touch on something real quick, baby. I appreciate you for chopping it up with your boy for a minute.
You're welcome.
And You could turn your mic off for a second. I want to touch on something real quick. I
wish somebody had told me a long time ago when I was younger that all the answers to the questions that I had was inside of a book. I would have started reading a long time ago, man. But the first book I ever read was a classic hood novel. It wasn't the greatest book ever written, but it got the job done. It expanded my imagination. It made me see the world beyond the environment I was living in. 99% of the people I grew up around didn't read anything outside of what they read in school. And once school was over, to pass the time, they did everything and anything besides reading. But when it finally clicked for me, it was life-changing. It shifted my whole mindset to the point if I don't read for 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes throughout the day, I feel like my day is not completed. Reading is one of the most important habits you could add to your daily routine. That's why I'm advising y'all to check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers. This is a very important topic I want to touch on for the ladies before I get off real quick. Ladies, let me tell y'all something real quick, man. I want to ask y'all something, by the way, though. Before I even tell you, I got to ask you something real quick. Ladies, when was the last time you breathed life into your man? I'm going to say that again. When was the last time you bred life into your man? I got to ask you a third time because I know you was listening too slow. When was the last time you breathed life into your man? When was the last time you sent your man a positive text that inspired him and made him feel good when he woke up that morning? When was the last time you said something to your man that motivated him to go out there into the world or face whatever trauma, face whatever obstacle he was dealing with and overcome it because you bred life into him? When was the last time you flattered your man and told him he looked nice, he smelled good, I love everything about you, I love the way you think, I love the way you move, I love what you've done for our family, I love how you provide for us, I love how you never gave up, I loved how when our relationship was on rocky terms, you stuck with me, you stuck with us, and you never fall short. When was the last time you said words of affirmation and gave your man the reassurance that he need to keep on striving for greatness? When was the last time? Women be falling short with that shit, man. Niggas be out here stressing. Niggas be out here trying to figure out life because life is not fucking easy for a man. It's like a maze. It's like a maze. It's extremely fucking hard to figure life out. And we go through it as men. And women don't pour into us the way we would love to be poured into. You dig? Y'all don't say the things that's going to keep us motivated and keep us striving. Why you think men be on these podcasts listening to me? Why you think men are searching for other people and other outsources that's going to motivate them and inspire them? Because women are not doing it. The women in their lives are not doing it. The women in their lives is not pouring into them. They're not showing them appreciation. You know when people say flattery will get you nowhere? That's a lie when it comes to a man. Flattery will get you everywhere when it comes to a man. When's the last time you flatter your man and stroke his ego and made him feel like a king? And y'all be wanting this and wanting that and expecting this and expecting that. You're not even doing the bare minimum. It's free to tell your man he's a motherfucking God. And I appreciate him for everything he's done for the family. And it's free to tell your man, I respect you as a king and the cornerstone of this household. However you want to move, I'm with you. I got your back. Whatever you want to do. I don't know how to facilitate. I don't know how to make it happen, but I could learn. And I could educate myself. If you want me to do my research on this particular business or do my research on this particular contract, or if you want me to send out some emails, if you want me to do whatever I need to do to add to your success or add to what we trying to build, I'm willing to do that. I'm here for you. What's up? When last time you came to a man with that type of mentality? Hey, baby, I know you was working on certain things right now and you ain't got it like that. Hey, listen, I just got my check from work. It ain't really much, but I'm willing to put this towards whatever goal that we trying to make happen. You dig? I know some of y'all ain't even thinking on that frequency because you looking for a man to do whatever he could for you financially. And this is why you in the situation you in. You don't understand, man. It takes a collective. It ain't just one person. If you're trying to get success on a high level, if you want success on a high level, it takes a collective. Sometimes you may need a man to help you, you know what I mean, get to the next level in life. And sometimes you may need a woman to help you to get to that next level in life. It takes a collective. It's just not one person. That ain't how it moves. That ain't how I got here. That's why I say shout out to all the women that helped me on my journey, man, because you are appreciated. The women that helped me on my journey, man, y'all appreciate it. How you think I made it to how I made it this far, man? Why you think I'm this fly? Why you think I'm this fresh? A woman taught me how to dress, man. You dig? I like what women like. Women told me, man, this pants look good on you. This shirt look good on you. Matter of fact, red looks good on you. Black looks good on you. Green looks good on you. I don't know nothing about colors. A woman had to school me and tell me about colors and what goes well with my skin tone. You dig? It takes a collective. No one man builds an island. It takes a collective. You dig? How I made it to where I'm at right now. Women that came in my life and said, you know what? You got the money, but you don't have the credentials. I'll finance the car for you. Why you think I'm riding that motherfucking BMW and I'm moving through the hood and doing what I'm doing at a young age? Niggas trying to find out how I got the drop top BMW. Man, the chick I was dating was older than me. She had credentials. I had the money, and she went and she financed the car for me. It takes a collective. It ain't no one man that builds an island. It ain't no one woman. It takes a collective. But you gotta be willing to fuck with a nigga that's motivated to go get it. And when you got one, and he's a go-getter, and he's ambitious, you gotta have enough common sense to breathe life into that nigga when he's feeling down and out. Just because he make it look easy, that doesn't mean it's easy. He is stressing inside. He's just not telling you. Because he don't want you to think he's soft. He don't want you to think he don't got it covered. But he's confused and he's stressed and he's trying to figure life out. And it's rocky for him. But he ain't coming to you and telling you that. He's talking to his homeboys about it. But he needs you to breathe life into him. He needs you to motivate him. He needs you to let him know that he's a guy just having a human experience. Anything you want to accomplish, you will be able to accomplish. Just keep God first. Just understand you and him are one, and you could accomplish anything in his life. You got it, baby. I got your back. Whatever you trying to do, I'm riding with you. Y'all better stop playing out here, man. Anyway, man, it's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash. I don't need you to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Liquid Cash got a podcast. Hey, listen, man, I gave y'all you know what I mean, $1 trillion worth of game this particular episode. Like I said, I'm starting something new with the Zoom thing. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all for being here with me. Hey, listen, man, if you don't do nothing, I want you to go to liquidcash.com. Check out the site. You might see something you like. You dig? And listen, I'll let your boy, man. If you're not a part of my book club, you sleeping, the price will go up. It's affordable now, but I advise y'all to join the book club ASAP, all right? Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with me, and we're going to keep on spreading this good gospel. We're going to keep on spitting, putting some paint where it ain't. We're going to keep on telling it how it is. We're going to keep on keeping it real, and some people going to like it, some people ain't, but it is what it is. I'm still going to do what I do, and I do what I does. And don't forget, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Cheers. Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man. That boy. It's Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash. I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford Taurus. With 2 hoes and they both foreign. These trick niggas about to get extorted.